This island treasures the world's last wild herd of mouflon, beaches where endangered sea turtles return year after year, and a mountain range that gets snow while the surrounding sea stays warm. It's a place where myths of gods and goddesses are etched into the rocks, where ancient ocean crust rises into forested peaks, and where you can ski in the morning and swim in the afternoon. So, stay with us until the end as we uncover the fascinating natural wonders of Cyprus. Akamas Peninsula National Park. This pristine wilderness is almost entirely untouched by development. Akamas Peninsula National Park is a protected area on the island's far western edge, where myths, biodiversity, and geology collide in a spectacular coastal landscape. Named after the son of Theseus, the park is steeped in Greek mythology. Legend says the goddess Aphrodite met her mortal lover Adonis at the park's Baths of Aphrodite, a natural grotto hidden in a laurel forest. Spanning over 230 square kilometers, Akamas is a biodiversity hotspot with over 600 plant species, 35 of which are endemic to Cyprus. The coastline features stunning cliffs, sea caves, and hidden coves, including the famous Blue Lagoon, where the turquoise waters are so clear they seem unreal. It's also a vital nesting ground for endangered green and loggerhead sea turtles. Aphrodite Trail. Imagine walking in the footsteps of a goddess could also lead you to breathtaking views of land and sea. The Aphrodite Trail, one of the most beloved nature trails in Cyprus, does exactly that. Located in the heart of the Akamas Peninsula, this 7.5-kilometer circular path offers panoramic views, ancient ruins, and rich biodiversity. The trail begins near the Baths of Aphrodite, a shaded grotto where, according to mythology, the goddess of love used to bathe and met her lover Adonis. From there, the trail climbs gradually to high ridges that overlook the Blue Lagoon and the vast western coastline. Along the way, hikers pass wild juniper forests, endemic orchids in spring, and stone ruins of the Pyrgos tis Regoinus, believed to be a medieval watchtower or part of a royal estate linked to the goddess myth. The trail is well-marked and includes rest stops with information panels explaining local flora, fauna, and myths. Avakas Gorge. Located in the Akamas Peninsula, just inland from Lara Beach, this narrow canyon is a paradise for hikers and nature lovers. The gorge stretches nearly 3 kilometers and is flanked by vertical walls that tower up to 30 meters high, narrowing at some points to just a meter wide. It's a living classroom for geology and botany. Weathered limestone cliffs reveal layers of the island's tectonic history, while rare plants such as the cypress cyclamen and wild fig trees grow from cracks in the rock. The cool, shaded path, often alongside a seasonal stream, is also a refuge for wildlife like foxes, hares, and even the rare Cyprus mouflon if you're lucky. Aphrodite's Rock. According to legend, Aphrodite rose from the waves at this very spot. That's the legendary claim of Petra to Romiou, also known as Aphrodite's Rock, one of the most iconic coastal landmarks in Cyprus. Located along the southwestern coast near Paphos, this sea stack and its surrounding pebble beach are said to be the mythical birthplace of Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love and beauty. According to legend, she rose from the waves at this very spot, making it a sacred place in ancient times and a powerful symbol of Cypriot cultural identity today. The name Petra to Romiou, or Rock of the Greek, also ties to Byzantine folklore. It commemorates the exploits of Digenis, a legendary hero who supposedly hurled a massive boulder into the sea to destroy invading Arab ships. Beyond the myths, the spot offers stunning sunset views and dramatic wave action as the sea crashes against the rock formations. Tourists often follow the tradition of swimming around the rock 3 times for eternal beauty or good luck in love. Paphos Mountains. Part of the broader Troodos range, the Paphos Mountains form a quieter and greener counterpoint to the bustling coastal resorts of Cyprus. This upland region is defined by its dense pine and cedar forests, remote villages, and dramatic ravines, and it's home to the elusive Cyprus mouflon, a wild sheep species found nowhere else in the world. These mountains have long served as a cultural refuge. During the Byzantine and Ottoman eras, monasteries and hermitages flourished here, hidden among the trees. In fact, the region is dotted with stone chapels and frescoed churches, some of which are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The climate here is cooler, offering a reprieve during hot summers and making it an ideal spot for hiking, with trails that crisscross waterfalls, vineyards, and panoramic viewpoints. Troodos Mountains and Mount Olympus. This is a place you can ski in winter and walk among ancient cedar forests in summer, all in the same place. The Troodos Mountains, the island's geological backbone and most ecologically diverse region. Dominated by Mount Olympus, the highest peak at 1,952 meters, Troodos is a year-round destination offering everything from snow sports to bird watching to cultural heritage. What makes this range particularly fascinating is its deep geological history. The mountains formed over 90 million years ago from an ancient section of oceanic crust, now visible in exposed volcanic rock and pillow lavas. This has made Troodos a global reference site for studying the Earth's mantle. Troodos also hosts some of the most significant Byzantine art in the world, with 10 UNESCO-listed painted churches scattered across villages like Kakapetria and Pedulas. In addition, the forested slopes are home to endemic plant species, waterfalls like Caledonia and Millomeris, and tranquil picnic areas. The British even established mountain resorts here during the colonial era to escape the heat. Millomeris Waterfalls. This is one of the tallest and most spectacular falls in Cyprus. Once nearly forgotten, this natural wonder was rediscovered in the late 20th century when improved trails and access roads opened it up to ecotourism. The name Millomeris is thought to derive from the Greek words milos, mill, and meros, place, possibly referencing old water mills that once dotted the nearby streams. The walk to Millomeris is short and steep, less than 1 kilometer, but it delivers immediate immersion into a cool microclimate. The cliff walls, carved from dark metamorphic rock, funnel water into a crystal pool ideal for dipping your toes or simply enjoying the echo of cascading water. Mosses cling to the vertical stone, and the air smells of pine and damp earth. Kouris Reservoir. Completed in 1988, this is the island's biggest artificial lake, holding over 115 million cubic meters of water. It was created by damming the Kouris River to secure water supplies for the south, but in doing so, the original site of the village of Athalassa was submerged. Archaeological excavations conducted before the flooding revealed rich Bronze Age remains, including evidence of a settlement linked to copper production, a reminder of Cyprus's ancient metallurgical heritage. Today, the reservoir sits against a backdrop of rolling hills and vineyards, reflecting the seasonal sky in its expansive surface. In winter, when water levels are high, it attracts migratory birds such as cormorants and ospreys, making it a popular stop for birdwatchers. Asprokremmos Reservoir. Imagine a dam overflow into a roaring curtain of water. At Asprokremmos Reservoir, near Paphos, this happens only in rare years of heavy rain, and when it does, it becomes a local spectacle drawing crowds from across the island. Completed in 1982, Asprokremmos is Cyprus's second largest dam, with a capacity of about 52 million cubic meters. Its name, meaning white cliffs in Greek, comes from the pale limestone outcrops that line the area. The reservoir is surrounded by wild countryside where spring brings carpets of anemones and orchids, and it's a hotspot for fishing species like bass and carp. Nearby, the ancient city of Kouklea, once the seat of the Paphian kingdom and the center of the Aphrodite cult, adds a historical layer to the natural scene. During construction, engineers discovered fossils embedded in the surrounding rock. Today, Asprokremmos stands as both a vital water resource and a place of quiet beauty, especially in the golden light of sunset. Cape Aspro Cliffs. These cliffs so white that it seems to glow under the sun. That's exactly what you'll find at the breathtaking Cape Aspro Cliffs near Pissouri, where gleaming chalk and limestone bluffs plunge dramatically into sapphire blue waters. Aspro means white in Greek, and the name perfectly captures the dazzling appearance of these coastal formations. Stretching along the southern coast between Paphos and Limassol, the cliffs are a lesser-known treasure offering some of the most photogenic views on the island. Geological uplift and wave erosion sculpted the coastline into steep terraces, overhangs, and hidden coves, some accessible only by boat or kayak. It's also a popular site for paragliding, thanks to thermal updrafts and wide-open skies. Larnaca Salt Lake. This lake that turns pink in winter, and it's not from the sunset. Larnaca Salt Lake, or Aliki, transforms each year when thousands of greater flamingos arrive between November and March, feeding on brine shrimp and painting the shallow waters with their rosy reflections. This salt lake complex actually consists of 4 interconnected lakes: Aliki, Orfani, Soros, and Spiro, covering a total of 5.5 square kilometers. In summer, the water evaporates under the Mediterranean sun, leaving behind a gleaming crust of salt that was historically harvested and exported during the Ottoman and British colonial periods. Archaeological evidence suggests salt extraction here dates back to ancient Kit Ion, linking it to one of the island's oldest cities. As a Ramsar-protected wetland, it's home to over 85 species of migratory birds, making it both a photographer's dream and a vital ecological stopover. Athalassa National Park. Just outside Nicosia, the island's capital, lies Athalassa National Park, a peaceful green escape offering lakeside serenity, cycling paths, and botanical diversity. Spanning over 840 hectares, it's one of the largest urban parks in Cyprus and serves as a crucial green lung for the island's most densely populated area. It was developed as a forest plantation and hunting ground, with reforestation programs continuing into the modern era. Today, it includes a man-made lake, home to ducks, turtles, and migratory birds like herons and coots. A network of paved and dirt trails attracts joggers, cyclists, and families year-round. Despite being so close to busy roads and government buildings, the park is surprisingly quiet, offering a calm space for reflection. Dipotamos Reservoir. Located inland between Larnaca and Limassol districts, Dipotamos Reservoir is one of Cyprus's most important freshwater storage sites. Built in 1972, the dam harnesses seasonal rainfall to supply water for irrigation and domestic use across several villages. But beyond its practical function, Dipotamos has quietly evolved into a haven for wildlife, attracting birds such as kingfishers, herons, and bee-eaters. The surrounding hills are covered in pine and wild herbs, filling the air with the scent of thyme and sage in spring. Historically, the valley below the reservoir was part of an ancient route connecting coastal settlements with inland trade hubs, making it a corridor of movement for centuries. While swimming is prohibited to protect the water quality, fishing is a popular activity with special permits, and the serene landscape is ideal for picnics or short walks. Ayia Napa coastline. Did you know that Ayia Napa's coastline is often called the jewel box of Cyprus because each beach is like a gem with its own distinct sparkle? While many travelers know Nissi Beach, the surrounding shores hide equally captivating spots. Gonia Beach offers a quieter, more intimate stretch of golden sand, perfect for those who want the beauty without the bustle. Nisaki Beach feels almost like a secret cove, with shallow, crystal-clear waters ideal for wading and snorkeling, a favorite among families and photographers seeking mirror-like reflections. Then there's Lover's Bridge, not a beach exactly, but a breathtaking natural rock arch where turquoise waters rush beneath. Legend says couples who kiss here will be bound together forever. Londa Beach, tucked between Nissi and Makronissos, combines fine sand with calm, shallow waters, making it perfect for relaxation while still close enough to Ayia Napa's vibrant energy. Geologically, this coastline owes its beauty to fine-grained calcareous sand, formed over thousands of years from crushed seashells and coral, while offshore reefs keep the waves gentle. Together, these beaches prove that Ayia Napa isn't just one famous shore, it's a coastline of stories, legends, and ever-changing shades of blue. Cape Greco National Forest Park. In this place, underwater caves, sea arches, and mythological stories have in common all come together. Cape Greco National Forest Park is one of Cyprus's most spectacular coastal regions. Located between Ayia Napa and Petra, this protected headland offers more than just postcard-perfect scenery. It's a dynamic blend of rugged limestone cliffs, hidden sea caves, and windswept trails. The Love Bridge, a naturally formed rock arch over the sea, has become a favorite spot for couples and photographers alike. Cape Greco is also associated with the legend of Ayia Napa sea monster, a creature said to dwell in the coastal caves, adding a splash of mystery to the stunning views. The park covers over 385 hectares and features a well-maintained network of hiking and cycling trails with educational signposts about local flora and fauna. It's a haven for bird migration in spring and autumn, especially for raptors like falcons and honey buzzards. And that brings us to the end of our journey through the breathtaking natural treasures of Cyprus, a land where history, myth, and nature weave together into something truly unforgettable. If you enjoyed exploring with us, don't forget to give this video a like, share it with fellow travelers, and subscribe for more adventures around the globe. Until next time, happy travels.